Hello and welcome to Happy Talk. My name is Kirsty Taylor and I am a holistic healing coach, yoga, meditation and mindfulness teacher. I'm an energy intuitive, I'm a channel, and most recently a brain spotting therapist. So why Happy Talk? Why here? Why now? I've been asking myself this same question over the last week because I feel a real calling to get into YouTube and get into talking to people and trying to share some of the ways that I create happiness in my life every day. Someone once said to me that if I could bottle my energy, I would make millions. And that's always kind of stuck with me because I know I'm really, really lucky for the amount of energy that I have in my body and the way that I see life. But it wasn't always like that. And for a very long time, I lost that spark that I had. And so it's taken a while for me to kind of get it back, but it's definitely on the up and up. In fact, I feel like I'm more energetic and more mindful and more present in this life than I've ever been. And I really wanted to kind of share that with people. Instead of making millions, what about helping millions, right? After the last 2 years, I feel like more than ever, it's a time for us to come together, help one another, lead from the heart, and just generally get on with life and love life and recognize why we're here, which is to live life. It's kind of my ethos, if I'm honest. So I'm going to share that Monday, Wednesday and Friday onward from now on, from today, from the 20th of October 2021. Why today? Well, Wednesdays are a good day for me. I was born on a Wednesday. I kind of feel like it was a lucky day for me. Why the 20th? Because the numbers 2 and 0 are about sharing and expansion. And if you follow any kind of numerology or anything like that, you'll understand how powerful those two numbers together can be. It's also the Aries full moon, so there's a big push in energy coming across the planet. You've probably gotten already that I'm a little bit out there, a little bit woo, but go with me. This is how you find the magic in the world, you know, being able to accept and be open to so many different things. So today I wanted to just really introduce myself and say, this is who I am. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm very much a human being, you know, struggling through parts of her life as well. But what I have found is that the mindset that I've cultivated and really worked hard on over the last few years, especially since 2013, when I had what may be described as a bit of a breakdown. Certainly in yoga, we call it the dark night of the soul. And it was a crashing down of the reality around me and all the belief systems, I think, that I'd had in place up until that point. I was very depressed for about 4 years before that, only sort of exasperated by sort of postnatal depression, I think, looking back now. At the time, I was living in Thailand, though, so I didn't really have any outside help to be able to support me and identify what it was that I was going through. Support networks like that really aren't readily available, at least not in English in Thailand. And so I had to really fathom it out for myself. What Thailand did offer me was a deep connection to nature, a deep connection to spirituality, and a deep connection to being able to feel myself through a culture, a group of people that I really couldn't communicate with and connect with perfectly, but they were very, very often, and they won't even know how often and how much they helped me through just a simple smile, an act of kindness. And those are the sort of things that I'm really about now promoting in the world. Like, we can all do it. And I think we're all probably guilty of not doing it as much as we know we should. I certainly am. This is kind of one of my things that I wanted to do, but there are so many other things that I want to be out there doing in the world to help. And so I thought I'd start here anyway. So here we are. I'm calling it Happy Talk because I am a big communicator. It's kind of one of my gifts. Something about me that you may not know if you do know me already. I'm an avid singer and dancer. I love to act and perform. And so to get in front of the camera actually is not a really strange place for me to be, but at the same time one that I've had to really push through past a few boundaries to be able to reassume. I lost a lot of confidence in certain parts of my life and through certain beliefs that were, I suppose, adopted by me, dependent on the people that I was surrounded with and on my situation at the time. And I'm all about reclaiming that back right now. So this weekend, I went through a brain spotting training, my phase 2 brain spotting training, which really helped to heighten all the skills, techniques, knowledge, understanding that I gained in my initial training. And it also helped me to access a lot of the things that I know I need to do for myself moving forward. And one of those things was to really have fun in life, to play with what I want to do, to play with my business, not to keep it all so serious and keep it all so kind of by the book, by the rules, especially rules that were made up by other people and not by me. Because at the end of the day, I believe that each one of us, being as unique as we are, I think it's 1 in 400 million% chance of you being here, right now, born to the parents that you were born into the area that you were born into the culture, the country, the timeline essentially that you were born into. So the fact that we're all so unique means that we all have something unique to share, something unique that we are here to bring into this planet. And that for me is why we should all be really stepping into self and stepping into a level of happiness. So what do I think happiness is? Probably a good question to answer since this is called Happy Talk. Really, for me, happiness is a sense of peace within yourself, a sense of contentment. It's not always easy to cultivate, and it is a cultivation. It is something that you create for yourself. It is something that you work for yourself. And sometimes even that can feel a little bit strange because we're often taught that, you know, we should be doing things outside of ourselves rather than bringing things directly into ourselves. But I'm a firm believer that when you're bringing happiness into your life, all the other things that you do can be filled with so much more pleasure, so much more joy, so much more contentment, and often much more purpose as well. So I kind of think that's probably what I think happiness is. I really love to laugh. I really love to bring laughter into people's lives as well, to kind of keep things a little bit upbeat. Not that I probably won't touch on some more serious subjects in these talks. Like, you know, we're only human. We're all going through this stuff together. Life's like this, isn't it, all the time? But I feel like, you know, to try and look at the positive side of things really helps to anchor you into the purpose behind things. And I think a lot of us really struggle as to what the purpose might be for some of the things that we felt have really been negative in our lives. So I'm going to try and kind of just offer a little bit of I suppose experience and perhaps a little bit of wisdom that I've gleaned along the way, often from other people who are far wiser than I am. But at the end of the day, if we can just share between one another, then probably we're all just a little bit better off, aren't we? So that's me. This is the first of many videos. Thank you so much for joining me. If you think that this might be something for you, if you like the sound of it, if you just kind of want a little bit more positivity coming into your life, then please hit subscribe, please like this video, please share. And if you do nothing else today, you know, just kind of turn off and just think, oh, another crazy out there. Because, you know, I think all of us are crazy in our own way. Big love to you all and have an incredibly happy and wonderful day. Bye.